Hello, chat. We are live. So, how are we doing today? For those of you who are here. Hi, Cherry. How are you? Knew you'd come back once you saw Shinigami. Riding home from a restaurant right now. Ooh, what restaurant? Okinawa. Ooh.
Say, Vivia, do you remember anything about the case?
You mean Dr. Huesca's murder? Or are you talking about when Chief Yako was attacked?
Huh? You remember? Everyone else that came here lost their memories.
Probably because he's attuned to like a different spiritual level.
That's pretty rare. Must be because of his whole spiritual thing.
So he's gonna
So the others
also
lost their
probably
memories.
keep
That's why
their
no
memory,
one remembers
his
this
memories
death.
of this place when he gets back.
How rude of them. It's thanks to yours truly that those cases got solved.
That reminds me, I used my coalescence with Fubuki before Vivia. But Vivia is the only one who came into the mystery labyrinth.
It's probably whoever you used it with last.
I guess coalescence got overwritten. Maybe it only takes the most recent ability.
Would make sense.
I don't know.
And plus,
either.
we really... I mean, I guess we did use Fubuki's once from when Thunderbolt messed up.
You don't know? But coalescence is your power, Shinigami.
Relax, will ya? Minor detail.
True.
You would have been better off with Fubuki. She would have been far more useful for this case.
No, she wouldn't have.
It doesn't matter anyway. No one can use their forte here.
Oh. So now I really don't have to do anything. Thank goodness. What a relief.
Yeah, you just get to be lazy. I have to do all the work.
Jeez! You ever think your lack of motivation could be contagious?
Hey, relax.
Also, I have a snack with me. So I'm struggling to open that right now.
Ooh, there's that mystery!
What could the question be?
Huh? I told you to stop surprising me like that.
I thought this labyrinth would only require
You think
your
Vivia
wits.
has read the Twilight series?
Looks like it's going to take more
Oh.
than that, Numa.
He 100% would have. He 100% would have. I also wouldn't be shocked if he's read 50 Shades of Grey.
Well, he doesn't have a whole lot of wits, so he doesn't have a choice.
That's mean.
Huh? Why didn't a problem appear?
Not only was there no problem, no choice appeared either.
So I wonder if this means there's like multiple problems we have to solve under each route.
Master, maybe you don't even know which mystery to start with to solve this case.
Or that.
Yeah. There's so many unknowns. I'm honestly feeling lost right now.
But then again, why wouldn't that have happened in like the high school case?
Come on!
Huh.
You gotta know where to start with this stuff, or you won't be able to solve a single thing. Let's decide that for now. What's the first mystery of this case?
The first mystery is...
How'd the killer get into his office?
the fact that Dr. Weska was murdered in a completely locked room with no way in or out.
Yeah,
The
makes
doctor was
sense.
located deep in the critical lab, behind layers of security. And yet, he was found stabbed to death. We were the first to discover the body. At the time, we were controlling the robot, Amapel. Because of that, we were thought to be the culprits, but we obviously aren't. So how did the culprit get in and out of the doctor's lab? That's what I don't know.
But the culprit is definitely the hitman, right?
That's what it appears to be. But I have my theory that Chief Yakko killed him out of revenge. For his wife, girlfriend, sister, whoever she is.
I think so, but I'm not absolutely sure. Besides, even if the hitman did it, there's the question of who hired him.
And that could really be anyone in the office, because, like, no one likes him.
But there's no doubt the hitman stabbed Chief Yakko.
True.
That's the only thing I'm absolutely certain about.
Peacekeepers?
Kanai Ward's garbage. What are you doing here?
Yomi Hell Smile.
Oh, this is just the interaction that they had when they first met.
So the director of the Peacekeepers is here.
Yeah, but he's just part of the Mystery Labyrinth.
I figured. In other words, he's a monster created from the labyrinth, right?
Right.
You pieces of shit.
Ooh, I like what this Phantom looks like. Ooh, that's a sick design.
You're disturbing the peace of Kanai Ward!
That is a really nice design.
This guy doesn't seem like an easy opponent.
Well, hi there, Scoobs. How are you doing today?
But we have no choice. For Chief Yakko, for everyone.
You killed Dr. Weska, didn't you?
Nope.
Turn yourselves in so I can torture you to death!
That is Yomi's mystery phantom. Half demon, half angel. Yeah, I noticed that. No, that's just Monokuma. You can't tell me otherwise. That's just Monokuma. He's obsessed with punishment, so it makes sense. Yomi is Monokuma confirmed. I'm doing good. I've got a candy cane right now.
Killed Dr. Weska. You disarmed the security systems at the doctor's lab.
Oh yeah. Toxic gas shoe prints. Okay. Also, Scoobs, if you're playing Risk Rain 2 on computer, I suggest checking out the Thunder Labs. They have some really good mods on there.
Lab. And then murdered him inside. Until you actually entered the lab, the security system for the critical lab stayed active. It's impossible to bypass the system while it's active. In other words, No one can enter the doctor's lab. There couldn't be an intruder.
I know what I gotta press now.
No.
Then
Yeah. I still might do a stream
Ones who
playing
killed Dr. West.
modded Risk of Rain.
and then murdered him inside. Until you actually enter the lab.
The security system for the critical lab stayed active. It's impossible to bypass the system.
While it's active.
In other words, no one can enter the doctor's lab. There couldn't be an intruder. Which makes you the culprit.
Retry.
You're the ones who killed Dr. Wesker. You disarmed the security system for the doctor's lab. And then murdered him inside. Until you actually enter the lab, the security system for the critical lab stayed active. It's impossible to bypass the system while it's active. In other words, no one can enter the doctor's lab. There couldn't be an intruder.
There we go.
When the body was first discovered, Amapal was about to enter the doctor's lab. But something bumped into it and knocked it over. In fact, there was a mark on Amapal's head, like someone kicked it. That mark wasn't there when we borrowed it. It's proof that someone else was in the lab.
Also, hello again, Cherry.
You call that evidence? Is bullshit the only thing that comes out of that mouth? Don't make me laugh. Shit! There was an intruder? That's impossible! And in fact, you proved that yourself!
That claim doesn't hold up! What do you mean? We proved there wasn't an intruder!
You still don't understand? Don't make me laugh! If there was another intruder,
Sorry, that's one.
then where did they go? By the time you arrived at the scene, there was no one else, right?
Correct.
There's no place to hide in the critical one.
That's wrong.
Now slash through this mystery! There's a hiding spot. It's inside the airlock's decontamination device. The vent cover can be easily removed, and there's just enough space for someone to fit inside. If they hid inside the decontamination device, we wouldn't have seen them when we arrived at the scene.
Right.
So what? You've got it all wrong anyway.
No, we don't.
Everything is wrong. Your existence is all wrong. Have fun chasing that fake truth you found.
I doubt it's fake. So, what's everyone up to tonight?
We managed to defeat him this time, but it's not over yet.
He sure is persistent, huh?
Anyway, there's no doubt someone else was inside the doctor's lab. So let's unravel each mystery one at a time.
All right, we'll get it this time.
More blood. Was there an intruder?
Come on, why
Yeah.
does it have to be so sudden?
Okay, now that we've wedged our way into this mystery, we just gotta head through the labyrinth and
We're
reach
shooting
the
Risk Rain
truth.
2 tonight. That's about it. Nice, nice. Yeah, there was an intruder. Because I doubt the doctor commits gamer exit.
Right here.
We're just now getting to the point. What a pain.
Hey, don't sigh. This is a
Hey,
good
trust
thing.
me, it would have been a lot longer if this was a Danganronpa game.
Sorry.
Anyway, let's head inside.
There was an intruder for sure. We know someone bumped into Amapao.
Oh my, I just got recommended, one of the YouTubers that I normally watch it was, just started playing Slay the
The
Princess.
culprit probably hit Amapel on their way out.
Or, well, made a video on Slay the Princess, calling it Game of
After
the
that,
Year.
they must have intended
Which-
to leave the lab.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
But they couldn't because we were in the front chamber. So they hid inside the decontamination device to avoid us.
So, if you checked inside the decontamination device on the way to the scene, you would have caught the culprit then and there.
Yeah, but it was an emergency and we had no idea they were in there.
It was an afterthought. Hindsight's 2020.
It's super lame to make up excuses, Master.
That's just hindsight for you.
It's not an excuse, but it is true. If I had thought about why Amapal was knocked over at that time, I would have realized the culprit was in there. We could have waited in ambush or searched for them. And if I'd caught the culprit then, Chief Yako wouldn't have gotten stabbed.
Unless he was one who did it.
Master, wallowing in regret is even lamer. If you have time for that, you have time to keep going.
Right.
Oh, 3 doors.
Really? Another fork in the path.
I mean, if it's all just these forks in the path, I'll be fine by that. Slice. Also, I got a new chair because my roommate
Seems like we're finally at
doesn't
the
need
central
his
question.
because he only lays in his bed to game, so I'm happy. How did the culprit enter the lab? Invited in by the doctor. Deactivate security by cutting power? No, it couldn't be
This is the
that.
first step to solving how the culprit committed an impossible murder.
He was invited in,
I leave
probably.
the rest to you. I'm going to read a book or something.
You can bring your own stuff into the mystery labyrinth?
He's just special.
So we know it's not this one, because we saw that the things never were deactivated. They had to have entered or the death wouldn't have happened. It might have been invited in by the doctor, if I were to guess.
Right here!
The doctor invited the culprit in? But why?
Ooh, this area looks
Things are so
sweet.
muddled now because we're assuming the culprit forced their way inside. If the culprit was invited to the lab, then he easily would have been able to enter.
Ah, so you think the doctor disabled the security? He wouldn't need it if he was expecting a guest.
Huh?
I like how
A
this
trap?
looks.
Guess you were wrong, Yuma. Well, I already knew that before you entered.
Then say something.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
Yeah.
You wanted me to tell you? I should have said so earlier. People
Bruh.
only grow by learning from past mistakes, which is why I purposely...
Master, we have to get out of here!
How do we get out?
Use logic to show how this route is the wrong one!
All right, I'll try.
I was invited by the door, not correct. Security log.
The log on the doctor's computer didn't show any signs
I
of
guess,
security
yeah, it
getting
would
shut
show.
down.
So they
If that's
never
the
went
case,
in?
He certainly didn't cut security just to let someone in.
It would have to be the middle path then.
Well, I may have messed up, but at least we got a little closer to the truth.
Well, it had to have been the
Maybe,
middle
but
path there
if you
then,
hadn't
though.
messed up in the first place, you wouldn't have to come up with such a lame excuse.
I know. I'll do better next time.
Welcome back. Oh, nice to see you back. Okay. The first one was there an intruder? There was. I went the wrong way first because I thought it was that one. But it would have to be this one because the left one, same logic. The thing never showed.
Right here.
Showed. That was deactivated.
Culprit never entered? But you said there's no doubt the culprit was in there.
Perhaps the intruder is not the culprit after all.
So you're saying that the doctor committed suicide? If the doctor committed suicide, then the culprit wasn't the intruder, but the doctor himself.
Wall.
But if the doctor did it, there would be no intruder. The doctor was already in the lab.
No, I just don't think they went in at the same time.
Huh? It's...
I don't mind it at all.
Sheesh.
Don't let him influence you.
But stab wound. Wait, but I don't know. So that would mean the left
That's
half
right.
wasn't.
The doctor was stabbed 3 times in the back.
The left path goes on the same logic of the right.
One stab would have indicated that he held the knife in place, then fell on it to kill himself. But he couldn't have made 3 wounds like that. There's no way it was a suicide.
I don't know.
No excuses, Master. Do it again.
You're tired, Yuma. Why don't you lie down for a bit?
Resting here wouldn't help me at all.
So there might be a door I'm missing. I wouldn't. The left door doesn't make sense either because the thing never got deactivated in. The fact that it runs on its own backup generator. Let me look around. None of these. Is there something back here? Nope. Guess we have to go in here.
Right here!
The culprit used the blackout to slip past security and into the lab. That answer is pretty simple. Almost too simple.
Yeah.
Huh? What? This was the last route.
Yeah. That's why I said there's probably another secret route.
This labyrinth is a tricky one. It's like one of those old detective novels. Perhaps you're the real culprit, Yuma.
I didn't do it.
Of course not.
Restrain 2 question. I just found a box that's flashing numbers. What do I do with it? I'm assuming you're in the snow area. If so, if you get to that box within 10 minutes, you get a bonus option. Or like an extra item. I think it's like a red item, guaranteed. But don't quote me on that. But you need to get there within 10 minutes. The flashing numbers is just how far off you were. Security logs. Oh, I guess the other one did. Yeah, I guess that. Like, both kind of prove it. Yeah.
The doctor said the critical lab was on a separate grid, and the lab switchboard wasn't in the electrical room.
Also, if you want to figure out people to unlock, I suggest unlocking the hunter first. The guy who I usually play. He's really fun.
What's going on? Were all 3 routes wrong?
Yeah.
I wonder what it means.
Means there's an option we haven't, like an angle we haven't looked at yet. Process of elimination. Yeah. Current play as Bandit. It's really fun so far. Oh yeah, that's the character I was thinking
there's
of.
Another door.
Not Hunter. The Bandit. The Bandit's my favorite.
I get it! Since we proved that every possibility was wrong, a new one has appeared!
Interesting. The mystery labyrinth not only materializes the case, but also changes.
Yeah,
based on
he's
your
really good to
investigation.
use by oneself.
Right. Something felt off about those other routes. It's almost like we were forced to choose the wrong way.
But the captain is also really
But by
fun.
eliminating each
Just
wrong
because he's
answer
super
one by
self-sustaining.
one, you open the path to the right answer.
Correct.
You sound disappointed.
Who cares?
Because it's more
Let's just see
walking
what's in
he
the
has to
final
do.
route.
No, we know the door's correct.
They use spectral projection to enter and kill him?
Then, the culprit is...
Wouldn't work.
I can't believe the culprit entered the labyrinth with us. That's never happened before. How dare you trick me! There is no escape! Once the mystery labyrinth is solved, the culprit will be judged! Master, let's finish up this mystery labyrinth and boom kill this dude!
That's not true either.
Hold on!
Divya, how could you? I know it's not true. Because we saw the knife. It's a fake room as well. Because we saw the knife and we know that Divya basically had his weapon at all times.
Another trap?
That's why I
Yeah.
said to wait. There's no way Vivia's the culprit.
Yeah, that was kind of obvious.
Then, prove it and beat this thing! I won't be convinced until you do!
I mean, this is just kind of obvious why. Those form traits.
To begin with, nothing can be touched while in ghost form. He couldn't have held the murder weapon, the knife. So it's not
Yep.
possible that he stabbed the doctor. Now do you trust Vivia?
And plus, we knew it was Fink's knife.
Master, I've said this 1,000 times, but a detective must suspect everything.
But that was kind of obvious that it wasn't.
Besides, it's his fault for being so sketchy. The way he looks,
Don't
how he
bully
talks,
Vivia.
everything is super suspicious.
Sorry. I do try to stay out of sight.
I don't know why, but Vivia kind of reminds me of Eeyore.
Anyway, let's go back.
So is this just gonna be us repeating this over and over, proving every route wrong?
If he's not the culprit, then we're back to square one.
Let's try going back to the fork in the path.
It's that depression
Maybe
raise.
something else changed. Nothing's changed.
There aren't any new doors. What? There's nowhere to go? What was the point of eliminating all the other paths?
Come on.
Don't start with that again. How about you help us for a change? You better cooperate, unless you want to get chopped up by Master Solution Blade.
Hold on, Shinigami.
I don't want to get chopped up. I dislike pain. Immensely.
I doubt that.
But you know, the journey up to now wasn't a waste. We did eliminate many possibilities.
Right.
But that means nothing if we can't reach the truth.
Nothing. Why do you want the truth in the first place?
Huh?
It's easy to say you want the truth. But are you sure you can handle it?
Oh no, I know we can't.
No matter how cruel that truth may be.
Can I handle it?
Insert "you can't handle the truth"
I'm still
sound
not
effect.
sure if you're the kind of person who can. I bet you're not sure either. That's why you're still so hesitant. This mystery labyrinth also reflects your reluctance. Maybe that's why you can't
You
reach the
can't
truth.
handle the truth.
What are you talking about?
Exactly.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I won't hesitate to expose the truth.
So you still haven't realized it? Guess you're not quite there yet. Well, that's fine for now. But eventually, you'll be forced to make a choice. When that happens, you'll have to prove your conviction and expose the truth. Like you said.
Enough nonsense. Let's find some clues.
As an apology for the distraction, let me tell you something.
Hey, we're getting some
This
help
labyrinth
finally.
appears to change shape by reflecting our investigation.
We already knew that.
So, instead of following the revealed path, isn't it possible to carve your own path?
True.
Carve my own path.
Big brain
That's
idea.
right, Shinigami. We can create new routes with our own deductions. Maybe we can do it here.
Sometimes, just a slight change in perspective is enough to completely change how you see things.
So if I change my perspective here, I might see something new. I see. I was so focused on how to overcome the security system. But that's not right. I need to change my perspective and think about who could have overcome it.
Don't box yourself in with your own assumptions.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
I hate when the anemic vampire tells us what to do. But if
Oh,
Master
no.
wants to,
He is a vampire.
then fine. I'll
My
lend you
title
my
is
power.
wrong.
Lay it all out, Master.
Yay, barrel. Alright, Cherry, don't look. You may not like this too much. You may like this too much. The answer is Pal. I'm already kind of sympathetic for it. Yippee!
You ready to play the
Cool.
Shinigami puzzle?
I just gotta remember how to spell Pal.
That's right!
Only something like a robot can do it and not die. Exactly. So I did
new
slightly
route
call
appeared.
it that there was a secret route.
This is all thanks to me!
Perhaps I said too much. Well, nothing has been solved yet.
I wish you'd express yourself a little better. How can we tell if you're happy or sad?
I've never been happy or sad in my entire life.
Dang.
I wanna die someday.
Why does he keep saying
It's
that?
hopeless!
Anyway, let's explore this new route.
Like, I don't know if it's just me, but it is weird that his wording is I want to die someday. Not that I'm going to, but him saying he wants to. As if it's not a guarantee.
When you think about who could get past security,
Ooh,
the
this
only option
area
we
looks
know of is
interesting.
Amapal.
True, and that's how we were able to get through security ourselves.
But it's just a toy robot, right?
I
How's it
I
related
want
to the
that
case?
someday. Mock you
I
via
don't know
interaction.
yet, but since Amapal can get through security,
Oh, that
it
is
must be
true.
important.
It's sealed off here, too.
Hey, there's an intercom. Maybe someone will respond if you use it.
No way.
Watch it be Dr. Weska. Oh, hi, Dr.
Huh?
Weska.
Doctor?
Huh? Wait. What the? Wait. Who are you? Help! Somebody come help me!
Isn't this the footage of when the doctor was attacked?
It was?
Yeah, you're right.
The mystery materialized. It must be related to what the doctor just said.
Yeah. Yeah, sure, when the doctor was attacked. Yeah, definitely wasn't fake. Who are you was directed at who?
So the question is, who did the doctor say, who are you, to? Well, I'll leave it to you.
I don't get how you can keep reading at a time like this.
So I'm gonna... Also, I like how the show just stayed there for him. I'm gonna go with what my gut was originally telling me, and that was fake. I feel like that was faked.
that didn't activate. Does that mean we found the right answer? Huh? So the right answer is no one? Why would the doctor say, "Who are you?" if no one was there?
The security was still active at the time, so no one could enter the doctor's lab, right?
There we go.
And that was before I borrowed Amapel.
There we go. Called it.
So the only explanation is that no one was there.
Why would he say that if no one was there?
I
To
think
get
if we
away
go
from
there,
us.
we'll find the answer.
What? That route's obviously just a side road. Who cares what the old geezer was thinking anyway?
But it looks like this is the only way we can go. Besides, I am curious about what was going through his mind.
I am big
It could
brain.
be an important factor in solving the mystery behind this case.
Still, being forced to take a side route is too much trouble. Makes me wish I was dead.
So, Master, do you have an idea about what the geezer was thinking?
Probably to distract.
Not yet, but I think it has to do with why he said, "Who are you?"
He was probably trying to test something.
I think the doctor was putting on an act.
Yeah, because he was also deaf.
An act? Really?
The doctor put on an act for a reason, but I have no idea why. We have to figure that out by going down this doctor's motive route.
Iomi again. Also, I love that weapon he has. That's such a sick looking weapon.
You rats keep scurrying around.
Wonder how long we could
Do
have
you
left
really
those three
think you'll
guys.
discover Dr. Weska's motive
Probably
this
a
way?
while.
Good luck with that,
We simply
morons!
didn't advance the
He
test.
had no motive at all!
I doubt they
Well, he
would
said
let that
there's
happen.
nothing here. Let's head back.
Vivia, we already established this. This is a trap set by the
We can't do
labyrinth.
that! If he's trying to block our path, then this route must be important.
Nah, fine.
I'm only here because you maggots piss me off.
Sure, buddy.
So, I'm gonna end you here and now!
Sure, buddy. Photo doctor's email record.
This was all
Email records
part of the
probably.
doctor's plan? He didn't have a plan at all.
Oh shit!
That exchange on the intercom wasn't an act.
Yeah, it was.
There was no reason to put on a show.
Yeah, it
The
was.
doctor misunderstood. You probably don't know this. Weska put his soul into his work. The research was going well.
Oh. Oops. We don't know how it was going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be
This
like
was
it
all part of the doctor's
going
plan?
the best?
He didn't have a plan at all. That exchange on the intercom wasn't an act. There was no reason to put on a show. The doctor misunderstood.
Be hot time.
You probably don't know this. Weska put his soul into his work. The research was going well.
Well, not
The
bad.
doctor was
Hi,
wrong with
Hyper. How are
Amaterasu.
you? No, he wasn't. Right foot, let's down. Left foot, let's down. How are you doing today, Hyper? Cha real smooth.
No, the
Correct.
doctor was planning on betraying Amaterasu Corporation. He was trying to escape Kanai Ward.
Yeah, he was.
He said so in the messages he wrote.
You little...
So we realized that there was an intruder. There was, we had to kind of discover our own route, and Vivia does have his memories of the case. So, like, he actually remembers everything. And we figured out that the doctor was faking that message over the recorder. He's like, wait, who are you? What are you doing here? Help. So we found out that was fake, and we're trying to prove why he was doing that right now.
Yomi's rebuttal? What was that? What was he trying to deny? Why was he covering up the doctor's motives?
It seems that this case involves the inner workings of Amaterasu.
Yeah, it does.
Right. The doctor was going to betray Amaterasu. And whoever he was emailing knew that. So the doctor locked himself in the lab to protect himself from that person.
Other than that, you really haven't missed much.
Perhaps the doctor's act had something to do with that.
More doors.
It's the security gate. Everything's locked up.
Mordor. We're going to Mordor now.
This is a complex problem.
The all-seeing eye did it.
We have to choose the right door and insert the correct solution key.
This is way more hassle than before. Guess I'll leave it to you, Yuma.
How did the doctor plan to escape Kanai Ward?
As always.
Blackout, terrorist bombing, swapping places. Blackout? So those are our solutions. Something in the doctor's note? Swapping places actually kind of makes sense with the doctor's note. Oh, sulfuric acid. Yeah!
Oh, the door actually opened. I knew I could let Yuma handle it.
Are you sure you aren't a phantom?
Oh no, math equations.
So the doctor tried
He's
to
the
swap places
Phantom
with
of the
someone else
Opera.
to escape from Amaterasu.
Yes, he is.
The notes he left behind in the lab hinted at his plan.
You mean the diagram with the sulfuric acid being poured on someone?
Yeah, he was going to swap places with a corpse, then melt it with acid. He wanted to disfigure it beyond recognition. That's how he planned to fake his own death.
But it didn't work out like
At
that.
the very least, it'd buy him enough time to escape Kanai Ward. Or so he thought.
Wow. Melting a corpse with sulfuric acid?
Shinigami, keep it in your pants. Or
So cool and
skirt.
grotesque. So who was the substitute supposed to be?
Maybe the hitman. The doctor was under surveillance by Amaterasu, but he was still looking for a chance to escape.
So maybe he hired the hitman on himself?
When he learned the
Underwear is
hitman was
universal.
after him,
Yep.
he figured his chance had arrived. The doctor was hoping to use the security system to kill the hitman and
Look at
use
that.
the body
Yeah.
as a decoy.
Now that I think about it, the doctor did seem to be waiting for the hitman to arrive.
The hitman hasn't arrived yet. When will he show up? Don't tell me this so-called first-rate hitman was captured by peacekeepers.
One question.
But the hitman
Is your-
never did
in
show
your
up.
opinion, plasma shrimp
That's
or
why the doctor
ATG?
had a sudden change of plans.
Huh? Plasma shrimp is pretty good. Let me think. ATG missiles. I would say plasma shrimp or artifact should unlock first. Artifact of command. Gets rid of all your chests, but you get to pick what items you have out of all the ones you unlock every time you get an item choice.
And
Is
that was the act he put
really
on by asking
good.
you, who are you?
Perhaps that was
Yeah,
a trap
it's
to
command.
lure you in,
Command,
Yuma.
the one that doubles the enemies but halves their health, and chests no longer spawn, but enemies drop items. Those three, hands down. Once you get those three, you'll never want to play it any other way.
He was trying to
Yeah,
lure
and devotion.
Master?
Devotion works as well. Depends on DLC stuff.
He considered taking advantage of the detectives, since the hitman never showed up. So if he called for help, he would charge into the lab, not knowing anything about the security system,
Joke's on you, though. We did know.
and thereby acquire the corpse he needed as his decoy.
That seems overly complicated. Like those guys who overthink asking girls out.
Hey, that used to be me. Shush. But yeah, plasma
Well,
shrimp I
He
prefer.
couldn't have used another researcher. Someone would have noticed their absence. He needed visitors. People from outside to pull it off.
Which would explain the no.
So if I didn't know about the security and had rushed into the lab,
You'd be a super sexy skeleton right now.
Again, keep it in your
so
pants,
close.
Shinigami.
you want that?
But the doctor's plan failed, and he actually got boom killed by the hitman.
I can Twilight. We are assuming it's because his forte technically allows him to control his spirit. So he's kind of on like a different astral realm. Because he can also have seen Shinigami. He was able to see Shinigami. So we're pretty sure it's because of stuff like that. His tie to the spiritual
I
realm.
get what he was trying to do, but what about the impossible murder?
Assuming the attack on
Which
the doctor
would
was
make
just an act
sense.
when we saw him
Because
through
this
the
is
intercom,
technically in the spirit realm.
we at least know for sure the real attack hadn't happened yet.
Right.
In other words, the culprit entered the lab after that exchange. So the problem is, when
They
did
rode on
they
Amapau.
actually enter?
Where are we?
Ooh, this art style's interesting.
This place is a real mystery. Then again, I suppose that checks out.
I like this art style.
Huh?
Play
Shinigami?
again. No, not a play again.
Yeah! Master, this looks like an important turning point!
Vivia really is fans of the opera.
So,
Yep.
is that your final answer?
I haven't said anything yet.
She's become a game show. A wing it raid. The culprit entered the lab before Omnipal. I doubt it. PTSD is coming in hard. It really
Master,
is.
You need to narrow down the timing for when the culprit got inside.
I mean, Hyper's here with ya.
Now then, here's a fateful fork in the road. It's life or death.
Also, wing it. Like the message. How's it? It's going good. Like the tag I have for your command.
We are at the crossroads of mystery.
Hi, Alex.
And
How are you
solution.
doing today?
It's a shattering choice.
Wing it. I was kind of
Your
lurking in
last.
WarioWare. How'd that go? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean in the raid. Yeah.
Now, Master, which one will you choose?
No, it didn't. Entered with it. Yes, he entered before. Probably, Wing It just killed the
When I
giant
directed
enemy
Amapel
spider
to
in the
go into
game.
doctor's lab,
So they're doing well.
he
That's
already
good.
had a knife stuck
Well,
in him.
almost done. Oh, wow.
Which means he was murdered before Amapel entered the doctor's lab.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that just means you get another stream of it.
Your answer?
So it's a little easier on you in the future for stream stuff. Fire logic barely before makes sense. Yeah.
is correct.
I thought it meant more like entering the chambers. Like, did it enter the chambers before the Amapal? Chemical guy in its own plushie makeshift now, by the way. Ooh. So next time I stream a small game on Monday, we'll likely finishing the last 2 stages and start a different game. Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Talking about. Anyway, let's
And
keep
bro.
going.
Little by little, we're narrowing down when the culprit entered.
Yeah, but we still don't know how yet. It had to be between when we spoke to the doctor over the intercom and when Amapel entered his lab. During that time, the culprit entered the doctor's lab and murdered him.
And you already bought
So
plush.
the most likely time would be when you went to borrow Amapel, Master. The
Let's go
culprit had to have
gambling.
entered the lab then.
Oh, dang it.
But Fubuki waited at the front chamber while Desuhiko and I went to borrow Amapel.
So they were probably already
She
in
said
the
no one
airlock.
entered or left the lab.
Yeah, so they probably hid in like that airlock area if I were to guess. Gambling. Gambling is all that.
Huh?
Is
We're
that all
back on
you
the
ever
original
say?
path.
I hate gambling. Let's just wing it.
Maybe you're supposed to try opening that door now.
I'm sure that from here on out, it's not just about when, but also how the culprit got in. Yuma, there's no need to push yourself if things get too hard.
Hey, I like pushing myself in hard things.
No, I can do it. I'm going to solve it.
Where was the culprit before the crime? In the airlock.
This is a map of the critical lab.
Maybe if you loved gambling, you'll win more often. Exactly!
So we have to determine where the culprit was before the murder.
We'll have to
Also,
solve
we
them
haven't done
at a
one of
time.
these in a while, and we
Let's
have a
start with
lot
this
of
mystery.
people. Let's drop one.
If we know where the culprit was before they got in, this route will be clear too. Do you know where, Yuma?
Yeah, I know where they were. They were in here.
Here. The culprit must have been here.
Yay! It opened!
Also, finally cleaned under my N key, and I no longer have problems with extra N
After the
presses.
exchange on
Hey,
the
that's
intercom,
good to
even there was
hear.
always a detective at the front chamber. When we went to borrow Amapal, the culprit
my,
had
it's
to have
Yuma
already
hand.
made their way
Yep.
inside.
Oh, I just realized, yeah. No, it is Yuma hand.
The airlock is
Perfect.
the only location that isn't affected by the security system. There. The culprit had to be inside that decontamination device before committing the crime.
Oh, Hyper, you just won pretty big.
But I thought he was just hiding in there to avoid being spotted after the crime. So you think the culprit was in there before the crime too?
Yeah, the culprit was waiting for their chance. But we had no idea when we sent Amapel into the airlock.
And from there, Yuma, you guided Amapal to the doctor's lab. So the culprit entered the doctor's lab before then? How would that be possible? Only Amapal could get past security.
There was a time where I could barely get in before.
That's the next big question.
Maybe the culprit used another Amapal unit.
No, the researcher mentioned there was only one functioning Amapal.
Which means the Amapal Yuma controlled was the only one that could get past security.
So the culprit must have taken advantage of Master's Amapal to get into the doctor's lab.
Yeah, that's the only way. But how did they use it?
They stood
No
on it.
solving the doctor's murder until we figure that out.
I mean, that's pretty obvious. They just stood on it.
Well, I have an idea. Will you hear
Well,
me
that
out?
path breaks down as they discuss
What is
the
it?
possibilities. It is
How
really nice
about-
detail.
Giving up. I'm getting tired.
Boy.
Nope, motion denied. Another fork in the road? Such a complicated mystery labyrinth.
Again, I'm fine with just doing multiple choice stuff. How did the culprit use Amapal?
Beyond each problem lies the truth. We're definitely getting closer
Twilight
to the
would die
heart of
doing
this
one
mystery.
man cardio. Yeah? How technical do we want to get with this? Because you could say it's the shield them because we were the ones doing everything. Technically, they rode on them.
Do you think neither is really the right answer?
Yeah.
Given the
Vehicle
process of
design.
elimination,
Exactly.
that must be it. Amapel's hands aren't designed to hold anything,
So it can be used
couldn't
as a
use the knife
weapon.
to murder the doctor. Which means Amapel
Like-
wasn't the murder weapon.
Like, if you're like, oh, he rode on it to help pass the electrical thing because it would have been shocked.
And the culprit couldn't have used it as a shield. It can't neutralize the toxic gas, and the high voltage shock would destroy it.
So then, how did the culprit use Amapal?
Rode on it.
I think we'll find out if we continue down this path.
Vehicle is a shield if you're strong enough. That is true. I mean, most cops use vehicles as shields.
Huh? That was the wrong answer? Come on, Master! Huh?
Just
Where?
it's a shield.
We've been here before. It looks like we've been brought back.
But the door we opened earlier is closed again. Why's that?
Yeah, I wonder why.
So maybe I wasn't wrong. Where was the culprit before the crime?
Huh? Even the question is the same. Does that mean we gotta do it all over again?
Well, the logic is still sound. There's no other hiding spot for the culprit besides the airlock.
So you want to choose the same answer and keep going?
If you do, you'll just repeat the whole process again. We'll just be brought back here if we can't figure out how did the culprit use Amapal. And I refuse to walk any more than I have to.
Hey, don't sit down!
Huh?
What should I do?
Stand up!
We're
Stand
getting
up right
Amapal
now!
to use as a shield.
Stop it. Leave me alone.
If you want me to leave you alone, then help my useless master out!
Fine. Just one thing then. We're back at where was the culprit before the crime? Because you're stuck at how did the culprit use Amapal? With that in mind, these
You're
two
strong enough.
questions are connected.
Amapal is also a weapon.
Connected?
Just throw it.
Both the culprit's location and how Amapal was used?
Help him out more! More!
The culprit was hiding in the airlock, where you also left the robot, right?
Right.
At that moment, only the culprit and Amapal were there. So maybe the culprit did something.
Yeah, this is just like sibling. They're literally just acting like siblings. That's why they still
The
don't
culprit
shimmy.
did something to
It really
Amapal?
is.
Clues are always there, right under your nose. It's a detective's job to notice them. Did you notice anything strange back then? Any tiny
The
detail?
footprint.
Try to remember.
Yeah, there was the footprint on it.
Something strange. Hey! Now that you mention it, back then...
Oh, hey, the screen lit up. So this is what Amapal sees. It's like the cockpit of a mecha.
Whoa, what was that?
Did it break already? I thought it was state of the art.
No, it's alright. It's stabilized. There was a moment when the camera stopped functioning while I was controlling Amapal.
Okay.
It returned to normal pretty quick, but maybe...
See? I told you it was right under your nose. You don't...
That was a clue to help solve this mystery?
Actually, everything in this world is a key to solving mysteries. You just haven't noticed them. Perhaps there is more you're overlooking. Was there anything else unusual?
Something unusual. Something I missed.
Anything else? It's not like Amapal's camera showed the culprit.
Wait, that's it!
Huh?
Now that I think about it, wasn't that strange? The culprit must have gotten ahead of Amapal, but why didn't they ever show up on the camera? If the culprit went past Amapel to enter the doctor's lab, they would have been spotted for sure.
Now that you mention it...
But nobody showed up on camera. How did the culprit manage to pull that off? How can you move from the airlock to the doctor's lab without appearing even once on Amapel's camera?
Hey, aren't you just adding another mystery?
No. All the pieces are here.
Huh?
Yuma, the mysteries you face now can be solved.
A
single
single
answer.
answer.
Sheesh. I talk too much.
Oh, one mystery after another!
We didn't have to get cut this
What do we do
time.
now? It's a Pandora's box of mysteries!
Let's stay calm and think about it. There's plenty of time.
No, there isn't.
Or not. I'll keep reading while you wrap things up.
Remember what he said, Master. All it takes is one answer to solve these mysteries.
Arrow
Use those
time?
weak brain cells of yours and think!
Culprit's location. Amapel's usage. Its malfunction. Why didn't the culprit appear on camera?
Might just set the seat. Yep.
All
That's
this
the
can be
video
solved
for ya.
with just one answer?
Artifact of command acquired. Nice. Best artifact, hands down. Don't give any fucks. Clearly not. On top of Amapel's head. Answer. Daily Devil. What? I pressed the wrong one? It is A. Oh. Oh, there's multiple questions. Culprit checked on it. There's up the
I got
head.
it! The culprit rode on Amapel's
Got it.
head,
Next time, don't take
using
the
it as a
drink.
method of transportation.
Vroom, vroom, motherfuckers.
The door opened!
With every open door, it will be harder for you to turn back. Are you sure you want to keep going?
Absolutely. I will find the truth no matter what. This is for the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Never walk away from
You
strings.
said the culprit rode on top of Amapel.
Use Amapel's skateboard and hit.
What did you
Flip.
mean by
I
that?
agree, let's do it.
Literally what I said. The culprit rode Amapel and used it to get through. After we left Amapel in the airlock, the culprit came out of the decontamination device. Then they jumped on Amapel's head. The disruption in the footage was from the impact.
That's insane.
Is it? I think it's fairly reasonable. Amapel can withstand up to 100 kilograms of weight. So, someone riding on it shouldn't affect its functionality.
Right.
The shoe print on Amapel's head wasn't caused by someone kicking it. It was left there from the culprit hopping on and off.
After that, the culprit simply rode on it as it moved toward the doctor's lab.
They have crazy balance to do that without. You knew it, an elephant rolled down the Oh, dang, I didn't think about
By doing so, the
yeah,
culprit
crazy
was
balance
able
that
to
without
evade the
falling.
camera
Yeah.
and remain hidden as they made their way through the lab.
It also depends on, like, the distance and all that.
You're right. If it's true, then it does solve all of the previous mysteries.
Oh, chat disconnected.
Riding on a robot makes me laugh.
But
Chat,
Numa,
good?
have you not realized it? You're
Good
still
chat.
missing something. One major mystery remains.
Hopefully chat's good.
What's with that huge sign?
We are back. Just this chat disconnection.
The greatest mystery of this
But
case.
how did they know
is
Amapao would solve the puzzle correctly?
Just the thought of it gets me feeling down.
Wow.
This case's greatest mystery?
If they knew of Fubuki's forte, then they would know we'd probably solve it correctly.
This is the panel chamber.
That means the doctor's lab is just beyond it. If we can get through here, we'll reach the goal, yeah?
I didn't know if Fink knew Fubuki's forte, but if we're going off of my theory that Chief Yako did it and got poisoned, and doing it for revenge. When did the culprit
Is
get off on the
this
pal?
the greatest mystery you mentioned?
Not exactly what I was envisioning.
Well, this is the mystery to be solved, so let's clear it out.
Or they got off right before
That's
Amapao
me.
went on the panels and waited because we couldn't turn our head. While opening the door. While going through the door. No, while opening the door.
The culprit murdered the doctor before Amapel entered the room,
Alright.
which means the culprit had to
You
have
must stop
gotten
falling
ahead of
fucking
Amapel
up,
at some point.
bitch.
It was when the door first opened. At that moment, the culprit snuck into the doctor's room.
Yeah, when the doors were slowly opening, just like this. That's when the culprit took their chance.
Right. The moment there was enough space for a person to slip through, the culprit hopped off and went inside.
Like this?
Oh, deathmatch time. Hello again, Yomi.
We still haven't reached the goal. I thought we could get into the doctor's
Also, this
lab
is
now.
Yomi's, Mystery Phantom.
Is this a joke to you? Your deduction is full of holes.
Round 1. Fight.
If this is a joke, it's not very funny.
Yeah, it's more like round
Master,
3.
You know what to do.
Of course.
But
I'll take
know
your
what that
garbage
means.
deduction and toss it in the trash. I am the saint of Kanai Ward, protecting it from filth like you!
time for more Cha-Cha Slide. To be honest, it looks like an arcade boss in the fighting game. Like Gil Street Fighter 3. Fair? It's more Cha-Cha Slide time.
The culprit hopped off Alapal as the door opened,
Ow.
then slipped through the gap in the door.
Ow.
It was about the
That's
false.
impossible even for Fink the Slaughter Artist!
We'll do these forte.
Think about it. If Mama Pal's line of sight changed just a bit, the camera
Oh, Pal's design.
would have caught it.
Slide to the right. Slide to the left.
No one would do something so risky. The crime would have been exposed. The culprit must be really lucky.
Nope. Oh. Why are you my wave dashing? What the fuck? I've discovered you can wave dash.
That's right.
The culprit hopped off Mama Pal as the door opened, then slipped through the gap in the door. That's impossible even for Fink the Slaughter Artist. Think about it. If Mama Pal's line of sight changed just a bit,
It wouldn't.
the camera would have caught it. No one would do something so risky.
Oh, we lost Chad again.
The crime would have been exposed.
Now we got Chad again.
The culprit must be really lucky. What, did they use some sort of special power?
Right.
No.
For now.
The culprit hopped off Mama Pal as the door opened, then slipped through the gap in the door. That's impossible even for Fink the Slaughter Artist. Think about it.
Song is banger.
If Mama
It
Pal's
really-
line of sight changed just a bit,
have.
I'll slash through this mystery.
Now Charlie Brown. Bum, 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 bum.
Mama Pal is designed so that when its hand is stretched out, it won't execute any other inputs.
The gritty.
That's why when it was pressing the button for the door, the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
No, we hit the gritty once we killed them.
you little maggots, don't get
Once
so
we
full of
killed the
yourselves.
person who's done it, we hit the gritty.
You're not getting out of here alive.
I doubt that. We got a brand new dance. We got brand new dance. Start to keep the chef. It don't matter if you're young or you're old. It don't show you how it goes.
I get it. So Mama Pal couldn't move while the door was opening. That's when the culprit took their chance.
Since the door
I like how
opens
my
outward,
chats
it's
started
possible
just
to take
become
advantage of the
music
blind
and
spot it
hyper
creates.
questioning what the fuck.
That's how the
To
culprit
the
managed to
right,
stay
to
outside
the
the
right,
camera's
to
view
the
as they entered
right,
the
to
doctor's
the
room.
right, to the left, to the left, to the left. Left,
So it's
now,
an elaborate
hit, now,
murder that
hit,
took
now,
advantage
hit,
of Mama
now,
Pal's
hit,
design.
now, walk it
And
by
even the
yourself.
direction the door
Walk it by
opens.
yourself.
Whoever planned this must have really wanted the doctor dead.
Well, it's all become music.
I guess you can call it an obsession. How scary. Just like this passageway. Where will it take us? Perhaps a suite with the culprit's obsession on full display? A room of nightmares?
Knock it off with the weird soliloquies. Let's go.
Ooh, that's a word I don't hear often.
You're
Soliloquies.
really going?
Huh?
Got a brand new song for y'all. We're gonna get funky, funky,
Hey, Yuma.
funky, 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 funky.
When the culprit entered the doctor's
Everybody
room
come
when the
in.
door was open,
Huh? Yeah?
at the time, the doctor was in the room, right? If the door opened and an intruder entered, how could the doctor not have noticed?
Because the doctor's deaf.
So what if he did notice? It's not a big deal.
Yes, It is. If he had noticed an intruder, the doctor would have turned to face him. Which means he wouldn't have been stabbed in the back.
That piece of trash is right. Your logic is flawed.
Which back someone stabs someone who noticed you, because Doctor's dumb as fuck.
Hey, what are you on the Phantom
Sure.
side now?
But, like, no, it's more so because we know that the Doctor is deaf. Also, I don't know if I've mentioned this in chat yet from previous streams, but I found these new flavor Oreos I've never had. They're toffee crunch Oreos. Oh my goodness. If you find them, I suggest getting them. Should have
Listen to my incredible words of wisdom. Your crappy deduction is worth less than shit! Everything you do is a fucking
The
mistake!
toffee flavored Oreos with sugar crystals. Round 4. Like, no joke, these Oreos are addicting. They're just that right amount of sweet. Sweet, savory, really good.
Damn it!
He was about to fall asleep.
Your deduction is inconsistent! It's full of inconsistencies!
Time to a brand new movie. Yeah. Don't know if some translated are good. They are really good. Like, they're based off like those toffee crunch things for Christmas.
It wouldn't be from behind. That's all impossible!
So we
Your
slashed the first
deduction
one.
is inconsistent!
I could have sworn I slashed the other one. Maybe I just pressed the wrong button.
Your deduction is inconsistent! It's full of inconsistencies! By your logic, even if the doctor could be
Yeah,
stabbed,
probably.
it wouldn't be from behind. That's all.
Your deduction is inconsistent. It's full of inconsistencies. By your logic, even if the doctor could be stabbed, it wouldn't be from
Behind.
There we
Brain
go.
doesn't hold
Just
up.
like baseball. Yeah.
No, the culprit did stab the doctor in the back. That's how the body was discovered.
That's why I'm saying your deduction is inconsistent. By your logic, the doctor couldn't have been murdered in that way!
Again, he's deaf.
The
I
culprit
should have sent the second one.
quickly entered the lab. But the doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way you missed an intruder. Running is noisy. So Wesker would have heard and turned to face the culprit. And his chest would have been stabbed, not his back.
What do you mean?
Say,
There might be like a later thing.
The doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way he missed an intruder. Running is noisy.
Shit, is that bro?
So Wesker would
Yeah.
have heard and turned to face the culprit.
He wouldn't have heard him though, because he's deaf.
And his chest would have been stabbed, not his back. Unless you think the doctor was asleep. Is there any trace of him being drugged?
No.
Even if he didn't look back from his desk, he would have heard someone coming.
There it is.
This is the truth.
Kind of, yeah, I agree though. Yeah. No, with these Tofurios, though, they are definitely ones you want to eat whole.
The doctor had trouble hearing.
It just
That's why he
complements it
didn't
well
notice
enough.
the intruder.
It's usually worth hearing an entire argument before slashing. That's fair. Wait,
Now
that's
you're
wrong.
spouting nonsense. Say whatever you want, it won't save you.
No, that's wrong.
There's
a lot of
gaping
lines
hole
you
in
could
your
use.
logic. And there's no way you're gonna fill it at this rate.
Trust me, filling holes is a specialty on this channel. Take that
Because you,
information as you want.
more than anyone else,
Objection!
you're the one refusing to see the truth right before your eyes.
Hold it.
What? I refuse to see the truth?
I'll cut through your words.
Vivius said the same thing, but...
It's strange, don't you think? Isn't
There
it
you
about
go.
time you noticed that something's off here?
Huh?
I heard it. Yep.
You've solved many mysteries up to now, yet none of them are directly connected to the culprit's identity.
This is our answer.
That's because the culprit is the hitman.
Is it though? Take
If
that.
that's the case, why haven't you reaped the hitman's soul? And that would end the labyrinth.
It's not that easy. The culprit will fight back, unless we solve all the mysteries first. Hang on. What are you getting at?
In my eyes, the reason a single mystery hasn't been directly connected to the culprit is because of Yuma's reluctance. It's pushing away the mysteries that lead to the culprit.
Huh?
Subconsciously, you're closing your eyes to the truth. That's why you haven't touched on the hole
So-
in your reasoning.
Crystal, I've gotta ask. So, there's one more chapter after this, correct? And then like an epilogue, I'm
Whatever,
assuming?
that's enough.
That's it?
Just ignore this guy and keep going.
So there's like one more chapter after this, and then like an epilogue, right? There is just 5 chapters and then epilogue. Okay.
Hey!
There's no chapter 6. Okay.
Yuma. Yuma.
Jeez, go away!
You know what I'm talking about, don't you? The huge
Okay.
hole in this
So it'll probably be like
investigation.
4 more streams of this.
What are you...
Just ignore him.
Let's review your deduction, shall we? The culprit took advantage of Amapau's locked position and entered the lab. And before the robot entered the room, that person stabbed the doctor from behind. However, they bumped into Amapau while escaping, causing it to fall over.
Ooh, that could
There
be
was
true.
obviously a mistake, but since it wasn't captured on video, they were able to avoid detection. After that, the culprit went inside the decontamination device in the airlock to hide from you.
That's correct. So what's the hole in my deduction?
It's before all of that. It remains the case's greatest mystery.
Which is?
How did the culprit get past security?
What?
Blog isn't
We
that
already
long, so
told
might
you
be
that.
so 3 might be feasible. Okay.
The culprit rode on top of Amapau as Master controlled it and was taken all the way to the
Right.
doctor's lab.
Okay. Good to know.
But if someone was riding on it, how did they get past the high voltage shocks in the panel chamber?
Oh,
They knew about the Forte. Round 5.
This is the end for you! You have nowhere left to go!
Oh, come on! Why now?
I won't let you maggots ruin the peace of Kanai Ward! As the king of Amaterasu Corporation and the guardian of Kanai Ward, I will stop you here and now!
Perhaps this, too, is an obsession. Why does he insist on covering up the truth? Tell me, what will you do, Yuma? Are you going to stay willfully blind?
I'm blind.
I'll fight.
I'm legally blind. I can see, barely.
Whether it's subconscious or not, I won't look away from the truth. I'll find the truth no matter what. This is for the Chief and everyone at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Good luck! You'll never find it. You'll scurry around this labyrinth forever, like blind mice. You'll rot away in it, looking for an answer that will never come!
Fun to know that. Right. Yeah.
Keep playing with your
I'm
shit.
guessing it's something with
You still haven't solved the greatest mystery! How did the culprit get past the security?
the equipment drone we're
The
fine.
critical lab security system was
Yeah.
always live.
Yeah, because it uses your
There was no way
equipment
to
for
reach
you.
the doctor.
So like,
The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit.
if you get something like the
That
radar
security
on it,
system?
it's so good. But yeah, it's like just an
No
extra
living human
equipment
can breach
grade
it.
to use.
Don't tell me the culprit is a robot.
Amapal did it. Okay, it's Fubuki.
Keep playing with your...
Ow.
You still haven't solved the greatest mystery. How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live.
Yep.
There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber
Nice
shots
guy.
would have fried the culprit.
Yep.
That security system? No living human can breach it.
Wrong.
I'll slash through this mystery.
That's how we got through it.
A human could get past the panel chamber by using Fubuki's forte. In fact, that's how we got past the panels. The high voltage shocks kept destroying Amapal.
No more Cha-Cha slide. I mean,
we
if there's
reversed
another
time
reasoning
every
deathmatch,
time
there
that
will be
happened.
more Cha-Cha slide.
Correct. So whenever it was struck by the current, you went back in time. But while that was occurring, the culprit, a human, was riding on top of Amapal. That person was burnt to a crisp every time.
But
But they didn't burn to the crisp, like ever.
Which means you killed the culprit over and over again.
No, we didn't. Only once. And that was Desahiko who did it, technically.
Vivia,
One time. Exactly.
If only you had chosen to remain ignorant, I would have walked beside you in silence.
Yeah. Technically, Desahiko killed him.
But
Our hands are clean.
if you intend to seek the truth, then I must stand in your way.
what are you doing? Why are you doing this?
He's going to betray you, Master.
Betray me?
It's up to you, Yuma. This is your final chance to save the world
Vivi already knows
you
the truth.
believe in. What are you
Dang.
going to do? It's time to decide your past and your future.
Oh dang, this is intense.
Why, Vivia?
Are we gonna get a Vivia Mystery Phantom form? Vivia's betraying us. Alright, cha-cha slide time, y'all.
Let me ask
Oh, we don't get a shield
you.
either.
Bypass the toxic gas chamber. It's impossible to avoid the gas.
Cha-cha real
The
smooth.
culprit will surely die.
Yeah.
Already
Slide to the
know
left.
this, right?
Slide
The
to
gas
the
is a
right.
special trait. The gas can see through even a gas mask. No ability can nullify its toxicity.
Correct.
Once it hits you, you're done for.
Correct.
You die before reaching Weska.
That's not true.
No one can impact.
This is the truth.
Cruise cross. Also, Chaz kind of turned into singing the cha-cha slide.
If you pass through the toxic gas, you'll die. But you'll have 30 minutes before it kills you.
How low can you go? Can you go down low? Oh,
Which
wait
means
to
you
the
could
floor.
survive for 30 minutes.
Let's bring it to the top.
What? Don't tell me.
There are no gas masks here that can block this toxic gas. And no fortes that can nullify it. There's only one way you could get through it. You do nothing. You endure it in hopes of Amapel taking you to the next room.
Then the culprit didn't do anything to counteract it and just passed through the toxic gas?
Correct.
It's the only explanation that makes sense. This is the truth. I can't believe it. But if the culprit really did just endure the toxic gas,
And there's only one person who can be.
Then they...
the culprit is...
It appears you finally glimpsed the truth. Well, how does it feel to have your world shatter before
Pink is
your
dead.
eyes? Isn't this what you wanted?
Huh? What's he talking about?
Yomi's mystery phantom and Fifia
Who is it?
are both right.
It can only be Chief Yako.
Subconsciously, I didn't want to know the truth.
He didn't say who it was. He just realized who it has to be. But from kind of deduction, it has to be the Chief.
Up until now, the Mystery Labyrinth was withholding the mysteries that led to the culprit. And that's because it's a reflection of my own reluctance.
You knew it was Bob. Yep, it's always Bob.
Master, what's wrong? Do you know who the culprit is? It's the hitman, right?
No.
The truth.
Oh,
Is
big
worthless.
yell me.
Nothing is less valuable
damn
in
you,
this isolated
Bob.
rainy city.
I mean, they both have blue hair. True.
No one wants the truth.
is my run
Not
over.
even
I went to the
you.
loan shop. I have a thing that says obliterate yourself. Am I dead? If it's an equipment that says that, good luck. Kaiju Yomi. Yep. Good luck, Scoobs. I don't know which relic you're talking about, but it'll be interesting.
Now, rot away and die right here! No one will get
I don't
in my
wanna.
way.
Very good.
Amaterasu! They both belong to me!
It's a giant door. Yeah, you need loops till stage 8, then take the portal. Yeah.
If the culprit carried out the crime like you deduced, then they should be dead from the toxic gas.
Correct.
But no one at the scene has died from poisoning.
That's not true. And then obliterate yourself
If
now.
you can understand that much,
No tear, God.
what are you still
Thunder.
doing here?
Nope, it killed me. Yep.
You're right that no one in that lab died from that toxic gas.
Yeah. Basically, you have to do the loop,
But that was
And
part of the
not get
culprit's
below
plan
half
from
health.
the beginning.
but now you get to
They
play with
planned to
Artifact of
discard
Command.
the effects of their death.
And you can get another artifact.
Yuma, are
Issue.
you sure you want to face the truth?
Yes.
Your world will fall apart. The world that you believed in.
But your run. Hey, you're gonna have a better run. Mercenary's fun.
Your deduction is wrong.
Oh, it's so fast.
Don't
You can get
disturb
faster
peace.
now, though, since you can pick your
It's not
items.
even worth debating. Is this the best you can do to refute it? Just give up and die!
Do you have mercenary? Cult it misrepresented death by using a hitman?
With this, I'll expose the truth.
I don't even remember how you unlock the mercenary. I just unlocked it one day. I'm like,
The
oh,
culprit misrepresented their death by using the hitman. The culprit realized their plan would be exposed if someone in the lab died from toxic gas. So they used the hitman to
you have
cover
to
up their own
obliterate, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, would make sense.
Use the hitman?
death. Meaning, the hitman wasn't hired to assassinate the
Hitman
doctor.
was after the doctor, right?
They were
weren't?
hired to cover up the culprit's death by toxic gas.
Huh? The hitman's target was the culprit? Not the doctor?
Yeah. So that would mean
Doctor was stabbed by the
that's
knife with the
Chief.
inscribed F. Doesn't that belong to the hitman?
All you would need is a similar knife. The story of Fink the Slaughter Artist using a knife inscribed with the letter F is well known.
Nah, we leave it alone until we receive further orders. Did you see the knife stuck in his back? It's the one that Fink the Slaughter Artist uses, right? I've heard about his knives inscribed with the letter F.
So, it was all a ruse? The real culprit made it look like the hitman did it?
Stop. Stop, 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 stop! You useless garbage! To hell with detectives and the truth! I won't let you have your way in my city! There is no real culprit! Dr. Weska was killed by the hitman!
Huh? What's going on? Who's the real culprit?
only one
Real
person.
culprit. The real culprit is...
The time has finally come, Yuma. It's time for you to acknowledge.
I'm
what
assuming
you've
there's still a
known
little
all
bit to this
along.
chapter, or like this labyrinth.
If the tiny crack
It
spreads
feels like
any
there's still
further,
a few things that
the
they
mirror
could
will
go
shatter.
over.
exposing the chaos of the real world. Knowing this, will you still expose the truth? Then, show me your conviction.
The clues pointing to the identity of the hitman's target. I know.
Saying the name breaks the mirror.
I've known all along.
Makes sense.
Now, expose the truth. Do it.
Defeat Yomi with the key. What was the clue leading to the true culprit? The photo.
The bloodstained photo found in the hallway near the lab. There was a person pictured with a woman.
That looks like Yuri from DDLC, but we digress.
That was the hitman's target. The real culprit behind this case. The blood obscured the person's face, but I know who it is. It could only be one person. It could only be...
How do you know? That person in the photo is the hitman's target. And who is it?
It's...
No. Stop! Don't you dare say another word! No one wants the truth!
But what did I just come back to? We figured out who the true culprit was. The hitman wasn't after Dr. Weska. They were after the culprit.
I don't understand, but...
So that the culprit wouldn't die of the poisoning.
Good luck, Master! I'm
And
always
the,
by your side, haunting you!
And the, well, the photo kinda gave us away who it was. Who's the true culprit? Old dojo. There's a photo with Bob. Yeah, where is it? We need it.
Damn it!
There's old dojo. Hi, Neko. You just missed the reveal of who's done it.
Huh?
Chief... Yako...
Huh? Why? Why is Fuzzhead here?
Chief Yako was the only person attacked by the hitman in the lab. In other words, the Chief was the hitman's target. But Chief Yako tried to hide that photo by tossing it behind the houseplant. He hid it knowing it'd be an important clue. And that's because
Holy shit, Cat
the
throws right
person
the
in the
entire
photo
time
is
about Hulk
Chief
of the
Yako
Weird.
himself.
Yep. Where's Cat when you need them?
It was given to the hitman so he'd know his target.
Funny
And
enough,
the Chief tried to conceal it.
he also got poisoned.
Which
So Cat
means
was
the
also
blood
right
covering
about
the
that.
face on the photo was likely done on purpose.
Hold on, Master! Are you serious? You're really saying Fuzzhead is the culprit? Really? I don't buy it. You think he actually put together this elaborate murder?
Yes.
He's knocking on death's door just for this?
I
For
don't want
revenge.
to believe it either. But there's no other way.
Don't forget this stuff.
Battle with Vivia. Press the correct button when you think you've got the correct answer. Okay. Cat manifests Gocho's death. Correct.
The phantom vanished. The truth has been mostly exposed, and the labyrinth cannot function much longer.
Honestly, this
Anything
is a
I
really
do now
good
might
chapter.
not matter. But I'll do it anyway. Because it's something I must do. While the chief takes his final breaths.
So what happens if you soul reap someone who dies?
Yuma. If Chief Yako is the culprit, then what about that death threat?
Box cutter versus big ass sword. Yep. Dr. Wesker must pay for his sins with his life. My blade shall be here. Tell me.
Why would the chief send it? If he was the killer.
To cause chaos.
Answer me.
Give him a chance.
Yuma.
Makes it seem like the doctor was in danger. You want someone to stop this crime? Scare the doctor.
That's not the reason.
Oh, did I accidentally press it?
Answer me.
It's not this. Don't think it's this. Oh, so, okay, so it wasn't me. Okay, so it probably is the most likely the first or second one. Now that's BS. Ain't knowing the ox cutter stronger than a keyblade. Yeah, it's probably the first one then.
By sending that note, everyone would believe the doctor's life was in danger. Which was necessary for this sequence of events to take place. All the master detectives headed to the secret lab
things you should have three
because of
answers.
that note.
Right one's not always the last one. Yeah.
Chief Yako brought them here
just
to
didn't
take
know how many
advantage of
there
their
would be.
abilities and murder the doctor.
Huh? Their abilities?
But the death threat wasn't sent just to the detectives. The peacekeepers received it too. What was the point of that? Why put them on high alert?
To pin it on
What is
someone
the
else.
truth behind it all?
To use disguise ability. To initiate chaos.
Chief couldn't
Nope,
have
not
been
that.
thinking about that.
So it's probably the last one. It's probably this one.
Chief
Nope.
couldn't.
Oh, so he did just use Desahiko. Why? I don't know, that feels like a cop-out answer. You technically don't need peacekeepers there to use the disguise ability.
The note was sent to the peacekeepers because they were also part of the plan.
So you could really disguise as anyone from the lab.
When the peacekeepers
That one
received the
was kind
note,
of weird. Yeah.
they dispatched a lot of their personnel to the scene. The master detectives were able to take advantage of the commotion
But there's
to
only
enter the
peacekeepers at
facility.
the entrance usually. Ah, that's fair.
They did it by disguising themselves as peacekeepers.
If a peacekeeper was deep in the lab, it would be weird. Fair.
It would be convenient to have a lot of peacekeepers around if you want to get into the lab disguised as one.
Well, that's the thing. You don't need to go in disguised as a peacekeeper. You could have disguised as, like, a scientist or something.
This is why the peacekeepers also received the death threat.
Like, it's not just... You could have gone. It's literally anyone but peacekeepers. It would still make sense.
Hey, you still want to do this? It's not too late to give up.
I am well aware of the danger. I haven't gotten this much exercise in a long time. But this is something I must do. I can't leave the chief like this.
Vivia.
Oh no, we're gonna kill Vivia.
Let's continue, Yuma. So, everyone disguised themselves as peacekeepers and entered the lab. You were already at the lab, and that's where you met up with the chief, right?
Correct.
Yes, but we decided to split up after the blackout occurred.
Wait! That blackout should have caused a commotion. If we leave now, the peacekeepers
You're
will see
gonna
us.
get a double. Well, he's already gotten a
This place is
double
crawling with
and
them.
a triple.
What do we do?
Yeah, he's already gotten a double and a
I'll draw
triple
their
under
attention
his
to buy some
record.
time.
He just needs
In the
a home
meantime,
run.
You two hurry to that doctor.
The chief said he'd buy us some time, but he actually went and hid inside the airlock.
Was the blackout part of the plan? So the one who caused it, was that also the chief?
Caused the blackout. No, not the doctor. He should have ult by now. No, it's not Yako. It's probably Fink. Yeah.
The chief was with me in
Really
the security room at the time of the blackout. It's impossible for him to have caused it. So the only person it could be is the hitman. It must have been part of the job. He instructed the hitman to cause a blackout at a specific time.
But why?
It made us think the doctor was in danger, so we'd go check on him. We used Amapal and Fortes to get through the tight security system. Chief Yako had it all planned out from the start. He used us to break through the security so he could kill the doctor.
Dang.
So, Master using Amapal and the Sheltered Skank's time rewinding ability at the panel chamber? That was all part of Fuzzhead's plan?
The only way to get past security was to use both Amapal and that Forte.
Why did he want the doctor dead? 100% was for revenge.
The chief knew we'd
Because
figure
we
that
knew
out.
the person in the picture with the chief was in scientist clothes, and we know Dr. Weska didn't take the best care of the doctors.
I
So
think
she
it's
probably
more
died.
like-
He wanted revenge.
He trusted us. He trusted that we would arrive at that conclusion.
I'm counting on you both. See you later.
Trust? How could this be a trust thing? He was clearly taking advantage of you all. He gathered the master detectives using a fake death threat, then used their Fortes to commit murder. What a scumbag! He used you all to get away with murder! Out of all the criminals I've ever met, he's the worst coward of them
Plus
all!
your ass, not Nagito.
Enough!
Oh dang, he just shut her up.
Why did it have to come to this? Chief Yago saved me. He took me in. I had lost
He's
everything.
Really
Even
is.
my memories.
He really is crashing out.
Sure, he may have been a little pushy at times. But still, I really admired him. So, why? Why did you do it? Is this about the woman in the picture?
Revenge.
Chief, please tell me! Or
There's no point in asking. That's just a mystery phantom. It's not the real Fuzzhead. Master, watch out!
Wow. This is emotional. Holy smokes.
The phantoms are a reflection of the same people in the real world, right? Which means he should hold the same thoughts. The photo behind the houseplant. I don't know what the chief was hiding. But that photo must have been dropped by the hitman after he was done with it.
100%.
The chief picked it up and used his own blood to obscure the face. He knew the truth would be exposed if that photo was found, so he hid it behind the potted plant. He left his blood on it, almost like he wrote a dying message. But in truth, it was actually a secret he wanted to keep hidden.
Master, I think you know this, but to exit the mystery labyrinth, you will have to eliminate the culprit.
eliminate the chief?
I mean, he's dead no matter what he does, so.
Are you really going to do this? After all the mysteries are solved, the chief back in the real world will die.
I mean, he's technically already dead.
But
Because he can't.
you saw yourself, Yuma.
Yeah,
The
he's
chief
already,
is
yeah.
already knocking on
Thanks,
death's
you
door.
have to remind him.
Will you still bury him in the name of truth?
The chief took me in when I had no memories, or anyone to turn to. I trusted him from the bottom of my heart. Now, I have to end his life?
You know, I liked it, surprisingly. The little bit of peace and quiet I found at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Vivia, you knew the truth behind this case from the very beginning.
I had a hunch. Because of my spectral projection, I knew the chief had been planning something for quite some time. But I pretended not to see. I admired him and the world he had made.
That's why you threatened me, and were so uncooperative in the investigation.
I knew you would reach the truth eventually, Yuma. But I tried my best to keep you away. Exposing the truth won't save anyone. Neither the chief nor you.
Actually, it would save us if we expose him because he died otherwise in this labyrinth.
Master, you've already come this far. You've got to finish this. What'll happen to the other master detectives if you die here? Didn't you say you wanted to expose the truth and save everyone?
Vivia, you told me that the time would come when I'd have to prove my conviction. The conviction to accept the truth, no matter how cruel it may be.
This shit's sad.
Now is
Yeah,
that time,
it really is.
isn't it?
It really
Yes.
is.
And yet you intend to continue.
You gotta convict
If
right.
you're prepared for it.
Hey! You better not get in Master's way again!
Yuma, do you remember when the Chief's soul called out to us?
Huh?
Yeah, the truth is cruel. Never in history has the truth been known to be kind. But you know what? Turning your eyes away from the truth and living a lie is harsh too. In the end, you can never look away from the truth. As long as you live, you must face that pain. So really, what's the point of worrying so much about it? When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
Holy smokes.
I always averted my eyes from the truth. For my own sake. My own peace and quiet. But I could never say with confidence that I was proud of myself. In the end, I was just running away from everything. That's why I entrust
It's
this
so
to
fucked
you.
up. I don't
Yuma.
blame ya.
And trust what?
You signed a pact with the Death God and your desire for the truth. I want to see your conviction. As long as you don't stray from exposing all truth, I believe you'll be able to face it, cruel as it may be.
It's actually kind of insane when you realize that Halara's chapter is probably one of the most lighthearted.
I want to see it through to the end. It's why I followed you here. In that sense, we're accomplices. If you must bring down the Chief, then I will lend a hand. I won't avert my eyes any longer. I, too, want to live with my head held high. Because
This.
I,
oh my
too,
goodness.
am a detective.
Vivia.
Holy smokes.
When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
I understand, Chief Yako. Thank you for everything you've done for me.
Oh, we don't get giant. Ranko hearted. Oxymoron, am I right? Yep. I'm not crying, you're crying. I'll fully admit I'm crying. Deduction day, new month. Imperfect. What do we got? Pal, intercom, mic. Descent. Not there. This is intercom. Sorry, I'm the one chopping onions. Lol. Hi, cry. I'm just goddamn scoops. We don't have that yet. We got pal. Poisonous based. Poison scoops, smolder economy. Oh, shite. What else do we unlock? Peacekeepers. They hit here. Al Warch is poisoning everything today. Use Fubuki's power. And I think finishes the job. There we go. That's true.
Step right up, step right up! Peacekeepers, a CEO, a research doctor, a hitman, and master detectives! 2 dead bodies, but lots of shady characters!
Yikes.
Truth bombs are about to be dropped!
Ooh, boy.
For the
That's
detectives to
yikes.
unlock.
The victim in this case is one Dr. Weska.
This one hurts.
This incident features a sinister and meticulously detailed plot centered on the doctor.
The old geezer was holed up inside a lab at Amaterasu HQ. He was a total hermit in the critical lab with a totally overkill security system.
The culprit made thorough preparations beforehand to break through that system.
Boom killing a shut-in is hard work. The humane thing to do is to reintroduce him to society first.
Yeah, with that out of the way. Posing as a hitman, the culprit sent a death threat to the Peacekeepers, the detective agency, and the research lab. At the same time, they contracted a real hitman and had him infiltrate the research facility.
They spilled the beans about Gramps being in danger to lure both the Peacekeepers and the detectives to the lab.
You see, the master detective's presence at the scene was an indispensable part of the plan. It was how the culprit gained access to the research facility, after all. The hitman infiltrated the lab exactly as planned. And we arrived with Mikoto at the same time.
Stuff went down, blah blah blah, and Master got locked up by that Yomi guy.
I was rescued by Desuhiko and the culprit, who were disguised as peacekeepers. With the real peacekeepers rushing around, the culprit took advantage of the turmoil to sneak into the lab. But after catching up with them, the power suddenly went out, separating the culprit from the rest of the group.
The blackout itself was caused by the hitman, right? And getting separated was all part of the culprit's plan.
Right. They used the blackout as an opportunity to hide in the vents in the airlock chamber. Afterwards, we headed to the critical lab to check on the doctor's condition, just like the culprit directed us. But since that lab used a separate power supply, nothing strange had happened.
This whole the doctor's in danger spiel was an act, huh? He made a fool of you, Master. What a dick!
But then, someone attacked the doctor while we were trying to talk with him over the intercom.
Which wasn't
We had to
true.
get into the doctor's lab.
But that time, the old geezer was playing games with us. And he even tried to kill you and the others with a trap! The bastard wanted to use your dead bodies! He really got you there, Master!
I don't see why you're so happy about it. The Doctor's sham made the case even more confusing.
How does the Shrine of Order is you donate a lunar coin and yeah, like a random item of yours gets selected that you have, and every item of said same rarity. So basically it selects a rarity and selects one item of said rarity. When you use it, all items of that rarity of the chosen item become said
Even
item.
if we tried to get to the Doctor, the critical lab was guarded by tight security. The only way through was by using an Amapal. The culprit rode on it by emerging from their hiding place in
Yes,
an
it
airlock
really-
vent.
It is, unless you have like a really weak build going and not getting any good items. But you have like some super, like, there's times where it would work.
And jumping onto the robot's head.
All aboard the Amapal Express! First stop, a shower of toxic gas! Humans can't protect themselves against the
I
gas,
just
but
thought so.
since it's not
Fair.
instantly fatal, it wasn't a problem. Next up, the panel chamber and high voltage shocks! One wrong move, and it was insta-death! But thanks to that sharp skank, we got all the continues we could want.
Which we didn't
So
use.
we managed a perfect clear! The critical lab was finally reached!
The culprit had anticipated we would get through this way. They also knew they would die over and over as a result.
I only died
Camera
once.
feed was affected when the culprit jumped on. I should have realized what was happening.
No use crying over spilled blood. On to the next thing!
Thunderbolt killing Keith one time it was foreshadowing. Yeah.
Where were we? Oh yeah! To open the door to the Doctor's lab, Amapal had to reach out its arm and hit a switch. And when the door opened wide enough for a person to squeeze through, the killer snuck inside.
Well, one.
Amapal can't follow any new commands while its arm is extended, so the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
Then, the culprit boom killed the old geezer using the same knife as the hitman. Gramps was pretty much deaf, so a backstab was easy peasy.
Then, the murderer tried to leave the room before Amapal entered.
I am the spy. Correct.
They knocked the robot over on the way out.
They then went back into the airlock chamber vent to wait for you and the others to go by.
We entered the critical lab and found the Doctor's body. The culprit used that time to get out of the vent and head for the hallway.
That was when they were found by the hitman. And stabbed.
They had already been in contact with the toxic gas, so death was inevitable. However,
Just how are you
dying
gonna
by
explain
gas
this
would
to the
expose
master
them as the
detective?
Doctor's killer. So they hired the hitman to kill them, thereby concealing any involvement.
I guess that means the killer completely trusted in the master detective's capabilities. They knew those powers would get them close to the Doctor.
Yikes.
But why were they willing to die to hide the crime?
I can't say for certain. Was it his pride as a detective? Did he simply not want his friends to know? Whatever it may be, I'm prepared to face the truth. The culprit who murdered Dr. Weska
You
and
want
even
to be
included
not
his
just
own
so bad
death in the
and
plot.
crying. Honestly, this is much better
Yaku
than
Furio,
Nagito's
it was you!
crime. He's not even acknowledging. Because before, the people who did it were like stunned and shocked. He's just kind of standing there accepting it. Yeah, he's smiling. Yikes. Oh. Oh, wow.
Expose the truth.
Sob exactly.
But why? Chief Yako, why? Why didn't you ever talk to us about this? Why did it have to end this way?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell us? Is this really
Kojo
what you
Sephiroth,
wanted?
Michael, you will be forever missed. Yeah.
Can you even hear me?
It doesn't matter who it is. Exterminating the real culprit's soul and destroying the mystery labyrinth. That's why I'm here.
I see why last chapter was so lighthearted after back-to-back heavy-hitting chapters.
Surging bloodlust. Overflowing despair. The brilliant soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case!
Why didn't you talk to him? Really, if Twilight talked to him. Chapter 3 had to be straightforward and this without Crucifier. Yeah. No. Don't do this to us. My heart. Speaking of two, it should have been me, not him. It's not fair. It really isn't. Oh my goodness.
Master's naivete must be rubbing off on me. I mean, not even I hated Fuzzhead. That's weird. This mystery labyrinth is falling apart slower than usual. I wonder why.
We shouldn't let our guards down yet. Do you really think we're done here?
Huh?
Do you have all of the fragments of truth that you sought? If so, we could just leave, right?
Some mysteries remain.
No, we haven't uncovered everything yet.
Why? Yeah.
No, there are still some mysteries remaining.
Huh? What's remaining? I reaped the culprit's soul already. I know it's slow, but this place is starting to come down.
Maybe it's not directly related to this case. I don't want to leave any questions unanswered, for Chief Yako's sake. Please, help me, Shinigami.
Oh, fine. I can't say no to you, Master. You know I can't resist helping you when you rely on me. first, we need to reveal whatever mysteries are left. That should open up a new path. Lay it all out, Master!
He had his reasoning for well. Yeah. How much left do I have of this chapter, Crystal? So I might do this and end it, just depending on how much left.
Let's work together as a team!
It's Dr. Weska's... It's enough time to finish the chapter now. He was threatened. Oh, his, Dr. Weska's, what would it be?
You're wrong! That's not it!
His email.
That's right! That's right!
Yeah, I just know. I don't know, because I'm also, Neko's having me, join her in her, TFT stream, so I just want to know how much there is. Close one. Yeah.
Oh, it's a secret dungeon! The labyrinth must be breaking down
Stopping
so
now would
slowly
be kinda
because
awkward,
the identity
yeah.
of the culprit isn't the only mystery. But it's still definitely coming down, so you better hurry, Master!
Yeah, got it.
Yuma, I'll follow you to the end until you reach the truth.
Thank you.
You have, one more mystery solved, and it's wrapped up of the chapter. Okay.
Do you regret this, Yuma?
I'd be lying
Yes.
if I said I didn't.
I've been thinking. Remember what the Chief's soul said? If you keep that in mind while knowing who the true
Please
culprit
leave the
is,
labyrinth before ending. Okay.
doesn't it seem
Yeah,
like
we'll
he
do that.
wanted you to find the truth? Even though he was the culprit himself.
Why is that?
Maybe there's a hidden truth behind this case, and the Chief wanted us to find it.
There could be some anonymous person involved.
If Anonymous is part of this case, they must have a motive for killing Dr. Weska as well. The doctor knew about the secret dealings and was planning to flee from Kanai Ward by himself, after all. Could it be that Anonymous took advantage of Chief Yako by instigating him to commit murder?
Yes. It's unlikely the Chief just happened to kill Dr. Weska right as he was planning to flee.
If that's true, Anonymous isn't just involved in the case. They could be the mastermind, the Grey Eminence.
Gray's my 13th favorite color!
Why?
We
are
all
you
like the
telling me
gray
that
man
now?
here.
The case is already solved. All these crimes were committed by Yako on his own. Now, get out of here.
What
No.
was that voice?
What the fuck?
Someone's trying to
Yeah.
stop us from solving this mystery.
Gray man always kills and is always picked
Now we
up.
know.
True.
The
Who the-
mastermind is
Yeah,
somewhere
I
within
agree. Who is
labyrinth.
this?
Get out. 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 Get out.
What's with this guy? Creepy!
We can't let this stop us. There's one more truth still hidden here. We have to find it. We need to know why the chief committed this crime.
Right. We'll figure this out.
Alright, let's do this. Our final slide to the right. Hell yeah.
Get out. The case is solved. Solved. Get out. Get out. Get out.
That's it? Wow. Okay, not much.
Get out.
Is solved with the break-in.
Solved.
Solved.
No.
Get out. Get out. Get out of here. Go away. Get out. The case is solved.
Solved.
That claim doesn't hold up. No, it still isn't solved yet. I will discover who the mastermind is.
Watch it be like, Nagito who did it. Or not Nagito, Makoto. Watch it be Makoto being the, person from the messages, which is why he let us in.
Yako's the culprit.
Nagito.
Everything is done by Yako alone.
It would make sense. How did he get the map?
Slaughter artist.
The artifact called the rid of dust.
He even killed the doctor. Yako
Piper, do you know that one? I can't remember it off the top of my
So
head.
what about this anonymous? Even if they do, you'll never find out who they are. There is nothing connecting Yako to enough.
Let's flash through this mystery.
Here, let me check.
Chief Yako tried to hide this
It's-
along with that photo of himself. It was strange for him to have this in the first place.
A sacrifice. Artifact of sacrifice.
This is the link between Anonymous and the Chief.
And then, after you get sacrifice, you want swarm.
Kill you. In the name of justice. Kill you.
Then devotion. Yeah. Wave dashing. Ow.
Anonymous doesn't exist.
Name of justice. That sounds familiar.
Everything.
Yeah.
Who cares about some map? It doesn't prove a damn thing. nothing to do with the doctor's murder! This
Is Sparta?
finds it!
That's not true.
This is the truth!
It's Yomi.
The floor plan the Chief had was from the lab's storage.
But that room was locked. No one could enter it. It was completely sealed off. Only the director of the Peacekeepers had access. So, the only person who could have gotten that floor plan was Peacekeeper Director Yomi.
My wife, that hell smile off his
The anonymous person who gave
Yeah.
Chief Yako the floor plan and pushed him to commit murder was... you! The director of the Peacekeepers! Yomi Hellsmile! You were the mastermind. You were pulling the strings from behind the scenes. You instigated the Chief to commit murder!
I never thought someone as empty as me could feel so much emotion.
Oh, he's pissed.
This is the first time in my life I felt this angry.
I have a feeling Yomi is not going to be surviving.
How did you do it? What did you do to drive the Chief to murder? Answer me!
I'm not telling you anything, idiot.
Huh?
So what if you figured it out? Who cares? It's too late now, you pathetic ingrates. Everyone died just as I planned. Now no one can stand in my way. No one can lay a hand on me.
That's a different mystery anyways. Yeah.
You should be grateful. I'm cleaning up this city.
What did you say?
Master, I hate to admit it, but Yomi's right. You can't do anything to him here.
Why not?
He manipulated Fuzzhead from behind the scenes, but he wasn't the one who murdered the doctor.
But if we can prove to Nagito, or not Nagito, Makoto, that he had a hand in it, he could get incarcerated.
This mystery labyrinth is for the murder of Dr. Huesca. You can't punish Yomi.
Then what can we do? He has to pay for what he did!
Technically, he could get incarcerated.
We can't do anything! That's why I'm
We are
freaking
buddy
out
with Makoto.
So, exposing the truth would be pointless? Then why have we been seeking it all this time?
The truth is meaningless. I'm in charge in
No, you're not.
Kanai Ward.
No, you're not. Makoto's above you.
I have to laugh. Who could have guessed things would go so well? Yako Furio was a pain in the ass. The only reason I kept him alive is for this moment. He didn't even realize I was manipulating him into killing the doctor for me. How stupid can you be?
You'll pay for this!
Master, time's up. The mystery labyrinth is about to be destroyed.
If only we had found out what he was up to sooner, we might have been able to stop him. Still, I should be able to bring this memory back into the real world. I'll remember this confession.
Yuma's gonna crash out. It's gonna. Vivia's gonna crash out. And
Not
he'll
sure if I
murder
will.
someone.
But I'll interrogate him once we return to the real world.
It doesn't matter. I'll cover it all up. You're all nothing but scum beneath my feet. I'm untouchable. And now, I'm gonna dispose of you like the trash you are! Damn it!
Yeah, it was a fun labyrinth. But this is obviously where we end.
Hey, hurry up! Execute these
After this
scumbags
cutscene,
immediately! Criminals have no rights!
Use one to talk.
You will pay for this! What's with that look? Are you seriously going to defy me? Well, I don't care. You're all going to die now.
Actually, we're gonna go right now because I'm gonna be
Real bad,
helping
Master!
play some TFT
You
with her.
serious?
Wait. Director Yomi Hellsmile. We know all about your secret dealings with Dr. Weska.
Vivia! What? Did you say something? Maybe I'll kill the loudest one of you first. If you have something to say, go ahead. I can't hear you! Come on, who wants to be the first to die? Damn it! Forget it. I guess I'll just kill both of you at the same time.
This guy isn't listening to a thing we say! If he was the real culprit, I'd both kill him!
It's all going exactly how he
Well, yeah,
wants.
you really did.
Solving the case didn't help anything.
Goodbye. Hope you enjoy the worst nightmare of your life as you die.
The only one who will be having nightmares is you.
Uh-oh.
You! I thought you went back to the surface! What are you doing here?
Well, Yomi, there's something I want you to see.
Oh, the evidence got shown.
What do you think of this?
Makoto just incarcerated him. And this is a good place to end. Oh shit. He just got caught. Oh wow. Yeah, he messed up. He got incarcerated. Get fucked.
How did you get that?
Word. Well, regardless, we'll end here. If we have to rewatch the cutscene, we have to rewatch the cutscene. But I didn't want to miss that. Yeah, we're gonna go raid Neko. I will see you guys for Cardinsil on Wednesday. I don't think I'll plan on streaming Thursday for Thanksgiving. Friday we'll be playing Cult of the Lamb, and I might do a makeup streams because of Thanksgiving on Saturday. Not 100% sure yet. I don't even know what I'd play, but keep an eye out for that. I might do like some sort of solo player game under Tabletop Simulator because I just recently got that and want to figure out how that works. But other than that, this was a fucking insane Mystery Labyrinth. And until next time, bye. Yes, have a great Thanksgiving, Alex. Bye.